All right, what's up, everybody? Our Unit 2A test is going to be Wednesday, October 4th. And I've put together this study video that you can use to get ready for the test. All right, I've gone through the tests. There's 15 problems on the test, and there are 15 problems in this study video that I'm going to go through. All right, only thing that I changed the numbers, so they're not your tests. It's not going to have these numbers here. Not going to have these values here. I've also changed the order of the correct answer. Okay, so you're not just going to be able to watch the video and memorize, oh, okay, on the study video, the correct answers were B, C, and D. Therefore, on the tests, I'm just going to circle B, C, and D. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to be in a lot of trouble if you do that. Okay, so the answers are not going to be in the same order on this video as they are on the test. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Number one, which expressions are equivalent to -5 minus 6.7 plus -12? Take a couple of seconds, see if you can figure this out. Maybe pause the video right now. Just pause it and see if you can answer it correctly. And I would encourage you to do that on every single one of these questions as we go through this video. I want you to pause it before I give you the correct answer, and then check yourself, see how you do, okay? All right, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through each option and see if it matches with this expression here, okay? So let's start with the first one. All right, -5. All right, so just, yep, those match. Plus -6.7. Okay, well, this is another way. Remember, plus and negative is the same thing as subtracting. So everything looks good so far. And then it says minus -12. Well, this right here does not match with this right here. Okay, so it cannot be A. All right, so we know it's not A. How about -5 plus -6.7? Well, again, this does match with this because this right here is just another way of writing minus 6.7, right? Adding a negative is just the same as subtracting. Plus -12. And that matches. Okay, so looks like we've got B is a good answer here. All right, how about C? We've got -5 plus negative. Again, that is the same as subtracting. -12. Okay, well, -12 is just another way of saying plus -12. So these are actually the same thing, just written in a different way. Okay, so everything is good so far. Y'all see that? This is the same as this. Okay, and this right here is the same as this. So C is a good answer. Those are the same. Those are equivalent. All right, how about letter D? -5, yep. Minus 6.7, yep, that matches up here. -12. Well, again, -12, that's the same thing as plus -12. So these are equivalent. All different ways of just writing the same thing. How about E? -5 minus 6.7 plus 12. Nope. Plus 12 is not the same thing as adding -12. So this cannot be the right answer. How about -5 plus 6.7? Oh, I already see a problem. This right here does not match this, so it can't be F. And then how about G? -5 plus, again, it can't be G because obviously adding is not the same thing as subtracting. Okay, so that's how we would approach the first problem, okay? You're going to see one just like that. All right, let's go on to the next one. What is the area of the visitor's parking area? Okay, now I know when we've been doing these in class, I've just had you go ahead and multiply and go ahead and give me, so for example, getting ahead of myself a little bit here, but they want to know what's the area of the visitor's parking area. Well, here's the visitor's parking area right here. And we already know that pretty much all we need is we need a length and a width, right? We just need those two dimensions because the formula for area is just length times width, right? So we already know this right here really has nothing to do with finding the area of this. This X right here, really I don't need that to find the area of this visitors. I just need two things. I need the length and I need the width, okay? All right, so which one of these shows me that? All right, we already said that this, it wouldn't make sense to put this as an answer, would it? Okay, now how about right here? 8 times 5x, okay? Now, in this case, we're taking the width times the length, which is really the same thing because the commutative property says that we can change the area, or I'm sorry, we can change the order. So width times length, these two right here are the same. Okay, we can change the order of our factors without having any kind of a problem, right? We're still going to get the same answer, okay? So all we're doing here, instead of taking the length times the width, we would just take the width times the length. 8 times 5x, okay? That's a good answer there. Now, I know in class, I would have had you just combine that. We would just multiplied it, and it would have given us 40x. But on the test, this will be good enough, okay? So if you don't see something like this, okay, a variable with its coefficient, just ask yourself which one of these shows the width times the length or the length times the width. Okay, how about C? Well, this shows the width plus the length, and that does not match our formula for area, which uses multiplication, so it can't be C. Okay, and then D is just kind of a nonsense. I mean, we do have these in our diagram here, but it really doesn't really make any sense. If I'm trying to find the area of this rectangle, it wouldn't make sense for me to take this plus this plus this. Okay, so we know it can't be this one. Okay, all right. Sorry for all the sniffling. I'm battling some allergies right now. All right, combine like terms. Okay, again, let me remind you. Take a few seconds, pause the video, see if you can combine these like terms. Okay? I hope you took a couple of seconds to work this out on your own. So just combine like terms. So let's do like we do in class. Let's just put a circle or a box, however you want to do it, around all of our like terms here. Okay, remember, always include the sign. Okay, so I've got c to the third power. Is there any other term that has c to the third power? Nope. Okay, so there's nothing that I can combine with this. How about negative 7ab? Well, I have another term that has an ab in it, right? And that is negative 8ab. So I can combine these two, right? And then do I have any other term that can combine with b squared or b to the second power? Nope. Okay, so all we need to do is just combine these. So what's negative 7ab minus 8ab? Remember your rules. When we're adding and subtracting positive and negative integers, if our signs are the same, we add, and we're just going to add our coefficients. And remember, when we're adding and subtracting, our variables just stay the same. So negative 7 minus 8 gives me negative 15. And then our variables just stay the same, a, b. Okay? And then I didn't have anything that I combined with that, so that just kind of stays the same. And I didn't have anything to combine with that, so that just stays the same. And just remember to keep the sign the same there, okay, plus b squared. So we have successfully combined our like terms. All right, number 4. And we're probably going to do this in maybe 2 or 3 parts this video, okay? I'm going to do, part 1 is going to be problems 1 through 5, all right? So 2 more problems in this video, then we'll take a little break, all right? Okay, use the distributive property to simplify the following expression. All right, take a couple of seconds, pause the video, see if you can do it on your own, and see what you get. Okay, all right, hopefully you took a couple of seconds to work this out on your own. We're just going to distribute our negative 8 to our positive a, and that's going to give us negative 8a. Very good. Now we're going to come back to our negative 8, and we're also going to distribute it to our positive 5. Remember, always include that sign. So a negative times a positive is always going to give us a negative product, negative 40. Okay, again, this is not the exact problem on the test, but it's going to be something very similar to it. Okay. All right, let's do one more, and then we'll take a short break. Okay. All right. Fill the blank boxes with the right answer. All right. The area of the rectangle is, and the perimeter is. All right. Take some time, pause the video, work this out on your own. Okay? All right, hopefully you work this out on your own. All right, so first of all, let's find the area. Remember, the area is going to be the length times the width, or we can even say the width times the length. Either way, because of the commutative property, which says the commutative property of multiplication says that we can change the order of the factors without changing the product. In other words, we can just switch the factors around, and the product's still going to be the same. Okay, so hopefully you see that we can actually use the distributive property. We can distribute 5x to the 5x here and to the positive 8. We would just take 5x times, so we're taking the width times the length to give us the area. So the width is 5x, and the length is represented as 5x plus 8. All right, we're going to use the distributive property. Okay, so remember, multiply your coefficients. 5 times 5 gives me 25. X times x gives me x to the second power, or x squared. Okay, and then 5x times positive 8 gives me positive 40x. Okay, so my area is going to be 25 x squared plus 40x. Okay. Now what about the perimeter? Okay, the perimeter, well, we know that these two sides are the same length, and these two sides are the same length. Okay, so this side is also going to be 5x plus 8, and this side over here is going to be 5x. So we just need to write a linear expression and then combine our like terms. Okay, so let's just start right here. So we're just going to add up. Remember, the perimeter is we're just going to add all the sides together. So that's 5x plus 5x plus 8 plus 5x plus 5x plus 8. Okay, now let's combine all of our like terms right here. Okay, let's start with our 5x. What other terms in here can we combine with 5x? Okay, maybe it's a good time to pause the video and let you try to figure that out. All right, hopefully you took a couple of seconds to figure that out on your own. We're trying to figure out what are our like terms that go with 5x. So I've got a 5x here, a positive 5x here, a positive 5x here, and a positive 5x here. So I combine all these positive 5x's and I get 5, 10, 15, 20. 20x. Remember, when we're adding with like terms, we just add our coefficients and our variable stays the same. Okay, so we got 20x, and then let's look at all of our terms that do not have a variable, or we could say all of our constants, and we just have 2, right? We have an 8 and an 8, and that's going to give us positive 16. So my perimeter, when I add all of these sides together, I end up with 20x plus 16. So let's just write that right here, 20x plus 16. Okay? All right, I'll upload part 2 to our test review just a little bit later, okay?